Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing as South Africa, fascist South Africa for that matter. And the last couple of episodes have really kind of been feeder episodes. Really just setting up things, trying to get logistics taken care of, and trying to put ourselves in a position to not only get prepared from a economic production standpoint, but furthermore get prepared from a we need to go to war standpoint. And you know, it's interesting, you know, when you always start out as one of these minor nations, especially when you start out in 36, unless you pick one of the countries that's going to have, you know, one of the initial hotspots. Spain is a good example of one. Something in East Asia and China, you know, because you know you're gonna have a war with Japan pretty quickly, as well as Mexico in the road to 56 gets a civil war fairly quickly, as well as Iran if you choose the right. What am I trying to say here? The right focus trees. But you know, with South Africa, we had to. They actually had pretty decent infrastructure, which we have upgraded. Now I believe every province is 7 out of 10, which is really kind of nice. And we're working on building three more military factories, 6 coastal forts, and then radar. And from there, we'll really make an assessment on what the next thing we need is. And we're still training divisions. We've got, you know, I'm working on building basically port defense, because we've got 3 ports down here. We eventually will take a 4th, and I believe a 5th, and is there a 6th? Yes, so 6 ports. But some of that will get reconsolidated, because some of these 6 divisions right here are actually really what I would call the almost like, wow, what's the technical word for it? Reserve forces. That's what I'm looking for. So some of these are the reserve units. Now all 6 of these are definitely infantry units, and you know, we've been working towards that. We still have only 2 research slots, but the good news is we are like literally 10-11 days from getting that. We've snaked down this entire tree right here, and then the next one that we're going to do and finish out is really finish out our nationalism tree. Definitely want to take militarism. I'm trying. Let's see, military youth. That's a good one. That boosts your population. Paramilitarism. Wow, am I seeing that correctly? Holy cow. I can't remember if those are mutually exclusive. I don't think they are. But yeah, so you got recruit command staffers, which is awesome. That's another good one. Suppress political opponents. That's beautiful. The art of propaganda, once again another really good one. Ancestral legacy, basically another justify war goal goes down. And then you get national colleges, which that'll give us our 4th and final research slot. And then that'll really kind of enable us to move into how we deal with all that other good stuff. But there we go, we got our next research slot, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and pick up militarism. In the meantime, with this research slot, we are researching the Hawker Hurricane, which I believe is a fighter. And is it 39 yet? No, not quite. Let's see, what's the 155 days? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up the Sten. I believe that's Mark II, perhaps. I believe that's right. And production wise, we're actually doing pretty okay, and I'm glad I see that. So we're gonna actually go ahead and do this, because I would like them to, yeah, this district brigade really is the weak one, but I would like them to have support artillery. I think that'll definitely help them out. So we'll go ahead and assign that there, and as a result we should see Yeah, some more artillery. And the initial bump, we're actually short. There's no way that's right. It may be right though. Anywho, we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Wow, that doesn't look right, but okay. Yeah. Awesome. Wait, what are you? District Force? Oh, well, shucks. Ugh. That's a blunder by me. Okay, that guy needs to get assigned there. Well, there. And what about, let's see, those 6. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Alright. That's what we want. Okay, so I'm not crazy. So I click on it. Yep, there we go. And I guess we're going to wait just a little longer. Wait to get some more defensive troops trained up, which should be happening pretty quickly. Alright, good. Good, good, good. All is well. And it looks like, golly, longest Spanish Civil War ever. It's coming to a close. I would really like to get some intel on you. I cannot justify war goal. Democracies can't. Yeah, so we're going to have to leave our faction to do that. Which is okay. I kind of felt like we would. New military factory. What do we need to spend this one on? We're not making any planes, are we? But we can. We can definitely make some more planes. Or do we? I think I'm going to spend that on tanks for the time being. Primarily because I would like to start making tank divisions, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Just because that's somewhat important to me. I would like to use, and I want y'all to deploy right there. And let's take a look at these divisions. Alright, so we don't have enough to edit them. I would like to give them support artillery initially and then build them out. So that's fine right now. They shouldn't be that, you know, extensive. And in fact, initially, I just want to tell you, train 5 of these guys. 6. Yeah, we'll go with an even number. So we'll start working on tank divisions as well, which I think is the wise thing to do. Quite wise. And doing pretty good on time. A lot of it's just waiting. Some of it is legitimately so. The Anschluss, good. The Great Purge, you still haven't done that? Alright, UK, what are you working on? A motorized army, and France is military complex nationalization. Alright. And what about you, Franco? Expand the Spanish mines. Battleship effort, really? Portuguese army. And realistically, Belgium. Equipment modernization, and you are doing river patrols. That is quite fascinating. Belgian Congo. Quite fascinating. So the ultimate goal here, when this war does break out, because it's going to break out between us and Portugal, is to basically kind of be able to really move up, take all this territory, and really use it to further our state's military, civilian, you know, overall production capacity. And then, like I said, I think we'll hopefully at this point World War II will have officially sparked, and we'll be able to go into Belgium and Belgian Congo. And if World War II has sparked, we'll try to probably figure out what we do with Portugal. Now, where it gets pretty doggone interesting and this is just the honest to God truth, is what to do with the UK. I have a feeling, even though I want to go after France, going after the UK is going to be probably what happens, and it may be a disaster for us. But you never know. You never know, because I think our set goal is going to be, can we take over South Africa? And can we do it in amazing fashion? So, we can modify our government once again. And I'm really not sure what to do here, to tell you the truth. Army regrouping. I guess we'll take that just for kicks and giggles. I'm not really crazy about any of these stock command or Army high command that they get. And that's okay, that really is. So, in the meantime, we wait. And that's not the worst thing in the world. Waiting is not the worst thing in the world. So the Soviets still working on the Great Purge. British Raj opened the political sphere. France has got that wonderful mustached man. And Germany, I don't... you're still just being Germany. Okay, that's fine with me. Really is fine with me. So, militarism. Oh, man. Fourth International. That's stellar. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to take paramilitarism? Yeah, I think we do. I most definitely think we do. I think we take that, and I think we wait. So, reorganized nationalist China declared war on China. Reorganized nationalist China is a puppet, and that is fantastic because we can now start producing tank upgrades. The Matilda. The Matilda LP. That's a great name for a tank, and I think it is 1939. I do want to start pumping out the artillery. We'll have the plane in 31 days, the Hawker Hurricane, which is perfect. Although we're not going to have much of an air force. Oh, we're short on, what are we short on? Steel? Really? Thought we had like a ton of steel. I guess we can trade for it, but that just seems like a waste. So who's going to probably end up being our natural ally? That's a good question. Are there any African nations we can trade with? Liberia. Oh, we don't want to do that. So, the Anschluss of Austria. So, Austria is no more, and Germany just got way bigger. Good for Germany. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that steel. I don't think we're going to get it. What about the Middle East? Where are thou? Middle East. You know, that's no bueno either. What about Asia? Actually, let's just take a look at all. Let's take a look at everybody. In fact, I think we're just going to go ahead and say, screw it. Sweden, we will never attack you. There you go. Thanks for helping us. And it looks like we've got another one of these brigades, so we're going to assign him there, and we're going to keep those two there. Those guys will stay in, I believe this is technically Cape Colony. Yep, Cape Town. Perfect. And then the next two will go to Port Elizabeth, followed by Durban, and then keep doing that. But we got more military factories, and in fact, what do I want to build up? That's just so difficult. What do I want to build? Well, let's go to our tech tree. So gladiators, that's what we want to build. And I'm sure we're probably going to be short on resources there too. Yep. We are short on rubber. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of another one of those. Good gracious. How bad does that hurt us? Civilian factory wise. Quite a bit, to tell you the truth. We traded away 4 of them. Although that's not the end of the world. It really isn't. That is. So National Spain, finally that war is over. That in 2 years. I've never really seen that conflict go as long as it did. So into Spanish Civil War. That's fantastic. We actually could have a pretty good relationship with him. And we probably want to be just completely honest. So there we have it. We're now done with the Hawker Hurricane. And oh, Japan getting out of war, my friend. So there we go. We're good to go there. Whoa. Did I click on the wrong thing? Transport plane. What in the world am I doing? There we go. Yeah, we want the Hurricane. Excuse me. Alright, so now to take a look at this. Have we researched sub level 1? We have. Kind of want to do that, but I also acknowledge that it's now 39 and we definitely need to get to work. And gosh, we need to work on our land doctrines too. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start picking up this engineer company. Beautiful. And let's take a look. I can't remember. Okay, so if I edit this division, so we got engineers, we got recon, we got support artillery. Good. Now I want to edit this one and I want to add support artillery. There we go. Make those guys just a hair stronger. Even though they are light tanks, they, you know, they're going to be faster. They're going to help us really kind of territory grab more so than what was expected. And let's see, still doing pretty well on time. So there's that. And in the meantime, golly, I keep forgetting. Germany, what are you doing? Anti-Comintern Pact. Oh, that's great. France, what are you doing? Still haven't banned communism, I see. Transport flights. Just want to click on the UK. Alright, there we go. RSA company. Wheelchair, expand the USMC. Wheelchair, you're the worst. Oh! Now this Camacho, he is a new face. He definitely doesn't look like he's from World War II though, I'll tell you that. And we're still twinning it with, oh, no, not him. Was it New Zealand? Yes, we are twinning with New Zealand. In fact, I don't think there's any difference. There isn't. So in the meantime, we're going to pay a little bit of attention to what Germany's doing, primarily, not probably, but primarily because the minute they begin to say, hey, guess what, we want to attack France, is the minute that we're going to go, we're out of here. Or the other thing that would trigger that, if the war doesn't really fire up, so to speak, if we get to a point where we're ready to take out Portugal. Which, you know, it's starting to look like we may get there faster than you think. Alright, so paramilitarism, you can see, wow, Czechoslovakia issued partial mobilization. Not going to end well. So, man, look at that. Look at that. We are just doing some amazing stuff. And command staff, division organization. Okay, what would that do for us? Ooh, I kind of like that. I really do. We're going to do that. And in the meantime, should have tanks rolling out here pretty soon. We got plenty of population. You know, I did speak to the fact, let's see how are we doing here. Still doing pretty well. Infantry equipment's looking pretty good. We do have a surplus of that. It may, honestly, well, we're only using 3 factories. Dang, we have done a good job there. Let's see, we got 1 more military factory, and I think that we're definitely going to throw that towards our fighters. That factory should, when is that going to finish up? Should be able to see that. May of 39, really? So I'm going to take a month to complete that? Good for us. You know, yeah. I think once we get enough troops to defend these 2 ports, I really think we're probably going to go ahead and declare war on Portugal. That's probably a war that won't get resolved. We're going to stop this real quick because we want to try to max the upgrade here. So we got the infantry equipment 2, which is awesome. That's good for us. And in the meantime, I do think that we owe it to ourselves to revisit this. We definitely need, golly, yeah, it's 39. We're going to have to focus some of these as we get research stuff in on the industry. We just, you know, even though I think that we've made some pretty good headway when it comes to some of this stuff, I do think we owe it to ourselves to most definitely make sure that from a really engineering and an industry standpoint that we're sitting pretty. So now that we've got that done, we're going to develop the old computing machine, which is a real high-tech piece of machinery. Here we go, artillery 2. We're going to get there, not too shabby. And middle of May is coming right up. So yeah, sitting pretty. Like I said, we really just, a lot of it's just every now and then going, okay, what are you doing, Hitler? Demand Sudetenland. That's great. And an ocean-going navy. Oh, Stalin. That humors me immensely. In Japan, I really haven't paid attention. What are you doing? Expand the IJNA. Kind of look like a U for a second. I'm sitting far away. So there you have it. For those of you that are curious about my setup, I may, at some point I will probably detail that. I built a computer almost a year ago. It's been about a year, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, close to it. I'd never done that before in my life, and I realized that in college and even post-college, once I got my first job, before I got into commercial banking, I have an accounting degree, so I worked at an accounting firm, which was really cool, really long hours, but the pay was pretty good. But I would always buy laptops that were custom built for gaming. Dumbest thing in the world. I spent less money on this computer than I've spent on any laptop I've ever purchased in my entire life. And this thing just does tricks, and it's really not even like the most souped up computer in the world either. I did almost a what I would call a, how would you define this? It was a unique build. It was a build that was really, how are we short on aluminum? All right, we're not going to do that then. Ugh, it's enough to make you angry. All right, well, phew. Ain't got nothing there. Sure don't have a bomber. What do I want to do? I guess I'm going to up you to 4. Please tell me. Okay, good. Good. We'll just work on upgrade. Wait, what? What did I boost to 4? I don't know what I boosted the for, but so be it. We got it assigned. Anyways, interestingly enough, it definitely did not use a, state-of-the-art processor or anything like that. And truth be told, you could probably recreate my build for cheaper now a year later, but it did use a processor, a CPU that was, well enough capable to do what it needed to do. It was pretty overclockable, but I built it, with the Windows software for, $500 cheaper than I bought my first laptop, $400 cheaper than I bought the second one, which crapped out in 8 months. I will never recommend a Dell product ever again. And then the third one, which I went back to HP, still $300 cheaper. So, but long story short, where was I going with that? Chasing tangents. My setup, yeah. So I've got the computer hooked up to my TV in my den, which I like because it allows me the opportunity to lay on the couch. And at some point I'll do a product review video, because the mic that I use is really just, if they had this when I was a kid, like playing guitar, I mean, golly, I would have taken this thing everywhere, because it gives you production sound quality, and it literally fits in the palm of your hand. It's the size of a domino. The coolest thing in the world. So back to the game. Zog submits to Italy. Poor Zog. Albania. Oh, Benito. So you're now demanding Sudetenland, and in the meantime we are still just plugging away. Still plugging away. Although I will say, I think we're getting really close to a point where we're going to be ready to take all this territory from Portugal, which means hopefully in the next episode, if we get there, will it be the next episode? It's hard to say. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but we're pretty much ready to start facilitating some more, which we desperately need to do. Alright, so we picked up command staffers, and I'm just going to go ahead and get that military occupation. We'll finish that side, and as we close on out, oh, hot dog. Alright, so let's not mess this up. You join that army, and in the meantime I'm going to send y'all all the way to Durban. Perfect. Click on all 9 of y'all. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So in the meantime, we're almost out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it up. We've pretty much run on time, and as always, thank you for tuning in. If you like the video, hit it with a like, and if you'd like to see more content, subscribe. I do appreciate every single one of y'all that view the video, and I hope y'all have a good one. I will catch you in the next episode, but y'all be good and have a good one.